Hi, we're downtown in Beverly Hills. I'm about to interview the Fantastic Fig, a known celebrity musician around here, and he has done lots of interesting things with his life. I'm going to be asking him specific questions about how he got started, where he grew up, and what his inspirations are. Take me back to when you were growing up here. What was life like before you became a magician?
Well, life itself was very different. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to take the bus to grammar school or junior high, and black people had to sit in the back of the bus, which I thought was stupid, but that was the way life was back then. And I was always liberal. I remember when back then, I liked girls and a lot, and I remember meeting a black girl that was pretty, and everyone said, "Don't take her out, she's black." I said, "She's pretty, I'm taking her out." So all my friends said I'm crazy, but everyone always said I was crazy, except those that went to class with me, because I generally would get the top grade in the class. And then they said, "He's crazy, but somehow he gets the top grade, so he's really not crazy itself, he just acts crazy." I was always the class clown.
When did you start practicing magic?
Started practicing magic in 1982.
1982. Who was your inspiration behind getting started behind the whole thing?
No one. Actually, what happened was I used to give out holiday cards every year. I have a mailing list of 5,000 people. I was famous for throwing parties, and I used to give out holiday gifts. Like with my cards, I'd give out pins with my name on it. I would give out a calculator when they came out, and I called the figulator. I'd buy 1,000 of them, and I'd give them to my friends. I'd give out keychains, and I'd give out little clock radios and different things. And my PR guy told me one year I should get a deck of cards, 1,000 of them, which is the number I normally would give out, and give those out as a holiday gift. And I thought it was a little stupid. It didn't occur to me to really do it. But all the girls that worked for me, I used to have 600 full-time employees in my company, but my head staff all said, "That's a great idea." So I decided to give out a deck of cards. And then as I gave out some cards to some friends, one guy told me a little trick. He says, "When you give out the cards, here's a trick to do it." And then before long, I had 5 or 10 little tricks. And then I started improving on the tricks. And I'm a creative person, and I started watching other magicians do card tricks, and I could see what they did. So if I did it differently, I couldn't see what they would do. So I started improving on what other magicians do, and just got better and better to the point where I got on America's Got Talent, and now I'm a star magician.
America's Got Talent approached you, or how did you get discovered by them?
I just auditioned with, God, I don't know, they say 100,000 people interview all over the country. And I went down there with a girl to dance with me, because I'm a pretty good dancer. I used to be a professional dancer. I worked my way through law school, winning dance contests, and I figured I would do magic and dancing, because I didn't think card tricks were enough to get on America's Got Talent. And so I had a girl with me. And we just waited in line, but while waiting in line I was bored, so I started doing card tricks for the guys that were signing me up. And they all came over to watch me. They said, "Put him ahead, he's so good." So I got ahead, and then we auditioned. There was like 3 or 4 auditions at the Biltmore Hotel downtown. And then I had another audition there, and then another one, and then they said, "Well, you're great, you're going to get a call back." And so then they called me back to audition, and unfortunately that one girl that was with me dancing, when I'm told we get to go on the show maybe, because we're going to audition before the celebrities, Howie Mandel, Sharon Osbourne, and Pierce Morgan. And she says, "I don't want to go to Vegas." And I said, "We might win $1 million." She said, "Then we're never going to win, and I don't want to take off time." So I had to get other dancers, and I didn't want to rely on one, so I got 4 dancers. And we auditioned, and they sent us to Vegas, and the rest is history. I got very high up. I was one of the judges' favorites. I didn't win, but getting as high as I got in Vegas made me a star.
I mean, an accomplishment.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's to me mentally a win. And so now I'm known as an America's Got Talent star magician.
In conclusion, my last question for you, is this your final destination, or do you see yourself living anywhere else besides lovely Los Angeles?
I've traveled all over the world when I was younger, and every time I travel, I'm always reminded the best part of traveling is coming back home to the United States and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is
That I
your
love.
home.
Yeah, the weather here is the best, and everything's great here, and I love LA. LA is LA.
Paul, aka Fig, fantastic Fig. It was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you.
And thank you. Pleasure meeting you too.
Thank you.
Would you like to name a card?
Ace of Spades, or Ace of Hearts.
Has that been filmed?
Yep.
You said Ace of Spades. Has that been filmed?
Yep.
You said Ace of Spades, and then you changed it to the Ace of Hearts. Make up your mind.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a mind trick myself sometimes when it comes to...
Name a different card.
Eight of Clubs.
I had a feeling you were looking in my wallet. I noticed when you walked in, I saw you sort of peeking in my wallet.
All right.
You always
see that?
look in other
You see
men's
that?
wallets?